Good morning, one and all. Welcome to Haiku Friday, January 27th, 2023. Um, little snowy, rainy mix here in Spokane this morning. Hope wherever you are, it's nice. I know some of you are in a nice place. I do know that. And it's nice here. I've got no complaints, as far as being able to do things. Incredible. Incredible. Just got to wear a raincoat, right? Wear your spikes on your shoes when you go out for a run. More about that later. But we're here to do haikus. So let's do it. I'm going to wet my whistle a little bit before I get going. That time of the morning. All right. We've got a couple from Don Q. And Don Q wants to dedicate these to Jim this morning. Jim was an accident. Jim, we're all hoping you are healing well, and best wishes here from the Great White North. Um, and yeah, so I've got a card winging its way to you. I don't know why. I don't know if that's going to make you feel better, but I did. There's a card. Here we go. Um, First one from Don Q. She promises things that she can't quite deliver. Good intentions, though. Uh, man, I know the feeling. I think I'm one of those people. Um, Here we go. Second one from Don Q. A fucking fury of haikus flows from my pen. Crazy ass shitstorm. And of course, Don Q wishes you to get well. Jimmy, at the end, a little postscript. Yeah, that's what it's like, folks. That's what it's like. You submit to the haiku creative muse, and it's therapeutic. 575. It's a pretty cool thing you can do for yourself. Blah blah blah. If you're not writing me haikus by now, I doubt you're ever going to, which is just fine. Just saying, it's fun. Makes your brain feel good. All right, here we go. Thank you, Don Q. Thank you for the correspondence, and I will I will be writing you. You'll be writing me later. All right. Here's one from our pal Rico-san, who I've just really been getting a lot of great pictures from Rico-san and Mrs. Rico-san. I don't know if that I shouldn't. I need to come up with a better. I like to preserve their anonymity as they are a bit of I would say community leaders, and so I don't want to give too much away. So I think maybe Mrs. Rico-san should come up with a moniker for her that I can wish them both well. If not, I'll come up with one. Here we go from Rico-san. While you were sleeping, lost in another time zone, the ceiling fans spin. Yes, yes, they do. Ah, what a beautiful picture. Thank you. Appreciate it. Uh, all right. Thanks, Rika-san. Here is here's mine, okay? It's all a journey. Eye rolling cliche or truth. Puke on my ticket. That's right. You got to hear me say puke on Haiku Friday. That's a challenge. So that concludes the formal portion of Haiku Friday this morning. And why don't we settle it? If you want to hear a little show and tell of what's going on, let me let me tell you what's going on. Last week we went to go see Photograph 51, which was a great show at the Civic Theater. Got some friends in that, and you get a chance, go see it. Go see it. There's two shows going on at the Civic that have friends in it. So you just go to the Civic Theater and see a show. Um, I have been working on, I talk too much about my cereal collection. I talk about how I'm going to do some performance around it at great length. But I decided, I have this old camera that is always dying on me. It looks like a really cool camera. In fact, it has 20 times optical zoom. It's a Canon PowerShot. I used to have a Canon AE1. I think I still have it someplace. Uh, which is my go-to camera. And this thing just eats batteries, and it always says it needs a new battery. And so I decided to kind of tear it apart and see what the deal was. And I think it's some contact issues, and I replaced the button battery in there. This is very exciting stuff. But all to say, I want to use that to shoot video for this thing that I'm doing, this unveiling of the cereal, which is I'm still writing script for that. Um, but I fixed it. I think I fixed it. We'll see. Might take it might take it out and shoot some stuff with it just to kind of try it out and see how things are going. Um, what else? Oh, I've been painting. I am preparing a little gift for somebody close to me. Um, don't want to say who because it could be you. Chances are, though, it's not. But I've been working on this painting, and it's coming along quite nicely. It's not a big painting. I want to get it done quickly. It's not a crazy painting like my last one, which I wanted to put a bunch of different styles into it, and it has like a big message to it, lots of layers to it. If one were willing to dig, most aren't. I can't blame them, but so this one's pretty straightforward. And, I think I'll post on my YouTube site. I posted on Facebook a, um, kind of a time lapse of my painting, the last one I did. Maybe I'll put that on YouTube if anybody's interested in looking at that right after I post, this. So I've been doing that. I've been running a lot, although I've had this cold. It's not COVID. I tested myself for COVID, but I've had a runny nose and the beginnings of a sore throat, which have gone. Everything's abated, but I've been eating well. I've been running a lot, and I think that's going to help me make my way through this thing. And so I, like I've said before, I'm really interested in getting back into ultra marathons. Uh, Interested in getting better at running. So been doing that, reading a book, Born to Run 2 right now, um, which is kind of a how-to guide on stuff. I've been a minimalist footwear runner since the early 2000s, I think, like 2006 or something. Um, but it's always good to read up on stuff. Bought a new pair of running sandals. I've ran in sandals before. Usually what I like to run in um, lately is little slippers that are the kind that you put on your feet when you go wading in the water. They have barely any kind of sole to them, and there's barely any kind of top. But man, they've been great for running, except for when I have to wear my spikes, and the spikes in the snow and the ice kind of hurt my feet. So I've been doing that. Writing. I've been writing on this radio serial that I've been working on, which is fun. Writing a little bit on the play, not as much as I should be. Writing on my unveiling of the Finding Nemo cereal box. Been doing that. Been building stuff around here. Um, been hanging out with family a little more. Um, my mom in particular, which is fun. Have not been doing much with friends lately, which I've got to remedy that. I realize I get involved in my little projects, but I kind of need a little community too. So I think that would be good for me to and not virtual community, not anything like that, but my artist friends in Spokane. I think I need to be better about hanging out with other makers, and so that's all going on. And that's about it. I'm sure I missed something big, which is I often do, but you know what? Probably doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to you. Anyways, now why don't you send me a haiku? 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. Extremely easy to do. See how you like it. Make something. Remember, I we can argue all we want about politics and we can put all we want down. But there's I said it before, I'll say it again. There are destroyers in our world right now, and there are creators. And I really think that if you want to be on the side of creators, create something. And haiku is extremely easy to do. It's like the quicker than a sketch. You can make a haiku in about 3 minutes, 2 minutes, maybe. If you want, spend longer than that. You can spend hours on one. You can spend a minute or two on one. But whatever you do, it goes into that bucket of creation. And we need to create to counter the forces of destruction and the destroyers. So that's how we're going to do it, people. So we can argue about stuff. We can present our case logically and present facts and all that stuff. But that's not going to sway the destroyers. The only way we can sway the destroyers is to overwhelm them by beautiful creation. And you get to do that with a haiku or any other way. So, all right, enough of my yak, enough of my preaching. Thanks for tuning in to Haiku Friday. Getting a little choked up. Haiku Friday. I love you guys. Have a great weekend. My weekend is going to be fantastic. And I'll tell you about it on Friday. Bye now.